like some changes on the way for tomorrow.
Yeah, changing seasons too. Storm Track 8 meteorologist Andrew Stutzke in the Weather Center tonight. James is gone. Glad to have you here.
Oh, well, thank you. And yeah, we're going to go through quite the change as we go through the next 24 hours, going from our little fall preview and being pushed really dramatically back into summer for tomorrow. It's been a quiet day and it's leading to a quiet night. The next system of consequence all the way up on the U.S.-Canadian border, that's the system that comes in here tomorrow and gives us a push in terms of those temperatures that are currently sitting in the 60s, but likely going to be well into the 80s as we head into our Thursday. Right now it's 61 degrees on our Davenport Mid-American Energy Eagle Eye. Winds have really knocked down substantially too. It's been quite gusty all day, but not too bad this evening. But look at that, already by noon tomorrow we're at 81 degrees, much warmer than where we've been over the last few days. Actually going to be talking about a heat index too, which means the humidity is going to be back. And of course with that will come the chance for some thunderstorms, some of which could be a little on the active side. Show you which areas will have the best chance at seeing some of those coming up.
Caffeine lovers in
What a deal. Some big changes on the way for our forecast, especially into Thursday as we trade those clear sunny skies for something a little more like this. Tracking some showers and thunderstorms, some of which are going to be a little bit on the strong side. I'll time out when those will be arriving. Accurate forecast is next. Welcome back. Hopefully you've been able to get outside over the last few days and enjoy this little early fall preview we've had, because that will be coming to an end by tomorrow. We're tracking our next cold front, now working into parts of Montana and the Dakotas. This is the front that will be responsible for drawing up a south wind tomorrow as it continues to work in our direction here. That brings not only the heat, but also the humidity back too. So it's going to be a dramatically different day compared to what we've had the past couple of days. Now, the reason we've been so quiet, we've had that high pressure system fairly close to us, but that will quickly scoot off to the east tomorrow. Look at that strong southwesterly breeze kicking in here by the afternoon. And also notice the high temperature. We're going close to 87, some of us close to 88 degrees for tomorrow. With the humidity in place, heat index values will be close to 90. But we're going to be working with that added moisture and added heat and the front moving through to spark off some scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially once we get past 3, 4 in the afternoon. And notice most of these are lining up along and south of Interstate 80. That's generally been the plan over the last 18 hours or so, and that trend is continuing. A few of these could be strong, especially as we head down towards Mount Pleasant, Burlington, and Galesburg, getting into Knox County, looking at the threat for a stronger storm early tomorrow evening. The front itself, though, will be clearing out, especially once we work past 10 o'clock and through the rest of the evening. And then scooting into your Friday, notice that wind turning more to the north. So that's a drier and cooler air mass that'll kick our temperatures back down into the 70s to end the work week. I notice I've shifted that severe risk for tomorrow a little bit further to the south. So we're concentrating on areas along and south of Interstate 80, looking for the potential for some large hail up to 1 inch in diameter and some wind gusts to 60, even 70 miles per hour. But that'll be on a scattered basis for the red zone here. So along and south of Interstate 80 is where we're looking for that potential. The timing really favoring that early evening for the timing of those storms. Some of the ingredients we're going to be tracking for tomorrow include the instability, which we'll certainly have the right wind shear, the change in winds as you go up in the atmosphere. But the one question mark remains, will we get enough moisture in here? We've been so dry lately in the past couple of days, but it appears we're going to get those dew points, or that kind of feels like measure of the moisture, past 70 degrees tomorrow afternoon. So you'll feel the humidity, and then the storms will soak up some of this humidity to make them a little more energized as we get into the evening. Already we're kind of seeing that process of the moisture streaming back in underway. Right now we have a dew point of 54, which is very low and very comfortable, but notice off to the west in Nebraska and western Iowa, that higher moisture is already pooling, and it will be heading in our direction overnight tonight into tomorrow. 64 comfortable degrees on our Mid-American Energy Eagle Eye. Winds are now calm after a breezy day for much of the afternoon. Area-wide 60s spilling in, and even some upper 50s, and that's exactly where we're heading for tonight. 57 degrees, mostly clear sky and remaining cool. Winds are light too, but those will ramp back up for tomorrow and turn southwesterly, gusting close to 20 miles an hour before those storms arrive later in the afternoon and into the evening. And don't forget, the humidity will be back too. But it goes away for the end of the week. A pleasant day on Friday. Saturday, you'll want some indoor plans. It looks like a light rain event all day. Quite cool too, with highs limited to the 60s, but really turning things around for the Labor Day holiday itself, back into low 80s and even signs of a little more heat as we get into the middle of next week. But we're continuing that kind of late summer, early fall up and down pattern for the next 2 weeks, featuring temperatures from the 70s to the 80s. Your 3-degree guarantee sponsored by Erickson Chevrolet in Milan, doing really well today, getting up to 79. Now have $480 going to Vets on the River.
All right, that total's adding up. Thanks, Andrew. Still ahead tonight, an unexpected...
Tracking storms, Doppler radar is a critical tool, but lack of coverage for parts of western Illinois is often a challenge. Meteorologist Andrew Stutzke shows us how new technology at Western Illinois University could save lives and give students a one-of-a-kind learning opportunity.
It's the newest resident on campus.
They're also pretty excited. For the first time, they get to be in the driver's seat of, a couple $100,000 piece of state-of-the-art equipment.
Scanning the skies, creating quite the buzz with students.
I was just a freshman when they were first talking about it. I was like, oh yeah, we're going to buy a radar. I'm like, oh, that's really cool.
Western is now the first Illinois university to install their own Doppler radar.
Eventually, we'll be building a data feed to the same network that the National Weather Service, Radar Scope, and other private radar units that are across the country will be integrating that into the network.
It's that feed allowing more lives to be saved.
I've been here in Macomb when there have been tornado warnings and watches.
Meteorology student Ian Stearns knows how important this new addition is.
Being able to have higher resolution data to give us better indication of when storms and tornadoes are coming through is obviously going to be immensely helpful for safety, not only for students on campus, but the entire region.
Very frustrating.
Right now, a radar hole exists over Macomb, a flaw that News 8 storm tracker Ethan Schisler is all too familiar with.
Northeast Missouri, Western Illinois, really big radar hole, especially as you get from Macomb southwest toward Quincy. There's just no radar data at all. It's basically fly by night. Your eyes and ears you're spotting material.
It's right here at Memorial Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University, where a new piece of technology just 84 feet up in the air here is providing not only crucial life-saving weather information, but also a new research tool for students.
We might get a storm that goes straight over the radar and get that unique data and be able to look at that data set and save it and really analyze it and pick it apart in class and be able to get a learning experience from that.
And all of a sudden, going into my sophomore year now, and it's here. It's ready to be used. It's incredible.
In Macomb, Andrew Stutzke, WQAD News 8.
The $300,000 project was funded by former Western Illinois University professor, John Blauvelt, the McDonough Power Cooperative, and crowdfunding from surrounding communities.